September, what's up? Periscopers, how you doing? I see no one's online yet, that's okay. There we go, we got a visitor too, it's climbing. Deborah Joe, what's up? Sorry if I'm a little out of breath for today's session. Chloe, what's up? We recently connected on my blog, thanks for joining. Yeah, as I said, sorry if I'm a bit out of breath. I just finished my workout, so thanks for the hearts, guys. So I'm going to be talking today about warm-ups and how to safely warm up for exercise, but at the moment I'm busy going through a cool down, so I'm plonked on the floor. I'm actually sitting up against the wall here, which you guys can't see. So I'm cooling down. I'm going to have a nice meal after this, but I'm going to be talking about warm-ups, and I'm going to try to keep today shorter than usual. I've been going in like 15, 16 minutes, and I want to keep these under 10 minutes. You know, people don't have all day to watch videos. You just want quick advice. You want to get what you want to know, and you want to get out of here and go and enjoy the rest of your day, hopefully including some movement. Guys, thank you for the hearts. Like, check out all those hearts. Keep them coming. Mr. J. Trent, what's up? Before I get into today's session, kind of like tradition, let me know how you guys have been doing. Firstly, sugar-free September in general. How's it going? How are you finding it? Are you struggling? Are you finding it really easier than you thought? And secondly, more particular to me, how's the movement going? Are you guys exercising more than you used to, smarter than you used to, or just starting in general? Let me know. I'm always keen to find out. So, cool. Let's talk warm-ups. Now, for most people, a warm-up looks like one of the following. A, nothing at all, which obviously leads to problems like muscle damage, you know, pulling a muscle, straining a muscle, that sort of thing. Or B, what the other type of warm-up that most people typically do is they go jog for 5 minutes and think that they warm up now and they can just start throwing weights around or doing whatever that may be. Now, jogging is fine for warm-up if you're going to be running, and I'll explain why later. But if you're going to be doing weight training or something other than running, you know, running really isn't your best option. Anything that gets your heart rate up is a good start, but ideally from a warm-up, you want to be, you know, the goal of a warm-up is to prepare your body and your muscles for the activity you're about to perform. Deborah, below there, says she warms up by rowing for 5 minutes. I absolutely love the rowing machine. I get a lot of my clients to warm up on the rower, and I've started using a lot more myself, more for HIIT workouts. But again, you know, if your workout, the great thing about a rower is it's pretty much a full body workout, and that's great. But if you're going to be doing, let's say squats, for example, you want to be doing some light squats to warm up. So as I said, the point of a warm-up is to prepare your bodies and your muscles for the work you're about to perform so that it can adjust and the muscles aren't cold. It's also going to prevent injuries, which will keep you out of training for a long time. So really, yeah, as I said, I'm sorry guys, I'm pretty tired still, so I might be repeating myself here. So what does a good warm-up look like? Well, with my own clients, I like to do a little bit of light exercise, such as a rower. But then if I'm going to be doing a certain move, I want to warm up for that move. So for example, if my clients are doing squats, which almost all of them are, obviously doesn't necessarily mean they're doing barbell squats. It could be, depending on where they are in their ability, they could be doing box squats, bodyweight squats, front squats, goblet squats, that sort of thing. And I'll get to squats probably in the next video. But if my clients are going to be doing squats, for example, I'll have them do a set or two of just bodyweight squats, just so that they get the movement starting, get the muscle groups working, talking to each other. Similar thing with, let's say, a bench press or a dumbbell press. I'll have my clients do some push-ups and that sort of thing. So what you want to be doing is take the movement that you're going to perform, break it down into its most simple form, and do 1 or 2 sets, sort of moderate to high reps, just going slowly through the movement, making sure you get the form right, just so you start, sort of practicing, exercising that muscle memory and getting the movement correct in your mind. Another thing I like to do as a warm-up is foam rolling. Thanks so much, Pixie. I don't want to plug my own services too much, but I do offer online personal training as well, so you can check that out at bighealthyme.com, and you can search for personal training, you'll find it there. But anyway, this is Sugar-Free September, not Big Healthy Me. So yeah, the other thing that I like to perform before a workout is some foam rolling. Now, foam rolling is starting to become more and more mainstream, which I'm happy about. Before it looked like something, yoga people, or sorry, the yogis. My brain's still not firing yet. Or those sort of acrobats or whatever dancers, looked like it was something reserved for them. But there's more and more people, powerlifters, absolutely everybody, using the foam roller. And the foam roller is really great to just work out the muscles, get the fibers nice and aligned, so that there's no knots or anything going on before you start loading your body. You don't want to load a tight body, so you want to get those muscles nice and loose and working efficiently. So typically foam rolling, I like to do the glutes, which you can also do by placing a little hockey ball or a lacrosse ball for our American viewers under your bum cheek, and just sort of lean to the side and roll on that. Warning, there may be crying involved. Then I like to put the foam roller under my hamstrings, work out my hamstrings for 30 seconds. If you do feel a tight spot, just sit on that spot for a while, short up and down movements. Then I like to do my quads, my calves if they're particularly tight, and the spine, the upper back, especially if you're sitting all day with slumped shoulders. Foam rolling the upper back is going to really help you, and it's also quite cool hearing your vertebra click into place. And then the last one, which I'll touch on a bit further, is foam rolling the ITBs. Now, if you're running a lot, this is going to be a lifesaver for you. When I was training for my first full marathon, which I don't do anymore, I injured my ITB, which for most people feels like a knee injury, but it's actually a band of tissue that runs, and I can't get up and show you on my leg now, but let's say these are my legs, here's my knees. The ITB runs from the side of your hip all the way down the side of the outside of your leg, and attaches on the side of the knee. Now, if you injure your ITB, Deborah Joe, the foam rolling, I am definitely going to demonstrate in another video. So you're on the ball, and I will get there. So the ITB, and guys, if you have any suggestions for videos, please post them. Don't be shy. I love seeing what you guys want to ask, and I'll definitely feature that stuff, even if I have to do extra videos along the way. I'm sure Cara won't mind. So I injured my ITB, thought it was a knee injury, did a bit of research, came up with a great routine. Didn't go to the physio, but I'm not saying you should avoid the physio. Seeking professional help is always a good idea. But I foam rolled a lot, did a bit of rehab exercises, took the month off running, and basically I returned fully able, injury free, and ended up running the marathon. So yeah, if you are running a lot, the ITB foam roll is going to really be a lifesaver, but it does hurt. But just know that it's your friend, not your foe. Cool, guys. So I think I'm going to wrap up there for today. I see my battery's running low too. If you have any more questions, please post them and I'll share. But in the meantime, keep up the good work, and I'll chat to you soon.